All right, guys. So, oh, look at Hannah's little baby. So sweet. So it's August 1st. Super, super excited. Guys, I know myself and us, those of us who went to Summit are exhausted. We had an amazing, amazing, amazing weekend. Lots of announcements. I hope you guys had a chance to watch the opening and the closing ceremonies live. If not, that's okay. You could probably watch them if you want to watch them. But we just had a fantastic time. We had almost about 50 of our team going who went this past, right now in Nashville. And so I know it was amazing for them. I know just being able to meet up with everyone was amazing. And so I just wanted to really take time today and take a break from speakers and just really give you guys an opportunity, those of you who went, to share with the team your takeaways, because I think that's really important for the rest of the team who didn't go to see, and also for those of us who did go to see what your biggest takeaways were, because I think many of us will have different takeaways. And if you notice that there are some that have the similar takeaways, that means that it was really, that was something that was very much kind of really said throughout the whole conference. Next year, it's going to be in New Orleans. And so I know I'm super excited about that. I hope that you guys got your tickets. My goal is for 150 of us to be there. That's my goal. I think that is definitely doable. I think it's a push for us, but I think it's definitely doable. And so just so you guys know, the tickets right now currently are $175 until August 7th. So until this upcoming weekend, and then it goes up to $195 until June of next year. So after that, or at least until it sells out, and then there's a wait list for it. And so definitely get your tickets. They are transferable. The ones, if you do buy one at $175, they are transferable. So I would definitely let you know that most likely you can buy them. And for whatever reason, if you do, for whatever reason you can't go, you will probably be able to get rid of those tickets if it's anything like this year, closer to the event. So just something to consider. Another thing is Super Saturday is this weekend. I already have my tickets for the one here in Florida, in Orlando. And so all of you guys, if you guys have a Super Saturday, all of you guys should have a Super Saturday near you, especially in the major cities. So definitely look for those. They're super fun. They're going to have, there's going to be a lot of energy because everyone's coming out of Summit. So definitely really try to get to those. You can bring guests with you. So don't feel like you can't bring your significant others or friends, but just a way for them to see a little bit about the community of Beachbody. Usually a lot of these events will have workouts as well. So it's really amazing and really awesome to work out in a large room with a lot of people. Those of us who went to Nashville, we worked out with like 30,000 people on the streets of Nashville all at once. So super, super amazing. That energy was fantastic. And so a couple other things. I have lots of announcements before I let people talk. And so we have Team Cup. Those of us who are on a Team Cup, this is amazing. Guys, really get together with your teams. Try to make it a goal to meet up weekly. I know it's a lot, but that's going to help you guys, get to know each other better and really hold each other accountable. Remember, for Team Cup, every challenge pack that you sell gives you points, as well as rank advancements. New rank advancements will get you points. So if you advance to Emerald rank or Ruby or Diamond or Star Diamond, those will all give you points as well. So definitely something to consider. I wanted to make a quick announcement about, just so you guys know, we do have, I think sometimes people forget that we have our training site, teamhealthieryou.com. The password for that is passion. And so you guys have that available to you and your entire downline. So don't feel like, because I'm your coach and it's only allowed to you and you can't share that with other people. You can. It's available to you and your downline. That's a resource for you. There's training on there. I want you guys to know that it's a mimic of the Coach Online Office. It's pretty much a lot of the training, but it's just done a little differently and just a little prettier, a little easier to try to navigate through with lessons, etc. So I just want you to know, though, that that is there as a resource for you, and it's also available for you and your downline. Another couple quick announcements, and I want to just quickly share my screen for this. But let's see. But we have lots of challenge packs on sale this month. Lots of challenge packs. I think this is like the most challenge packs they've ever had on sale all in one month. So they really want us to, and thanks to Ariel who made this. Guys, if you guys ever want to make these, I would love you forever if someone makes these every single month. But August challenge pack. So we have Country Heat on sale with Shakeology for $140. 21 Day Fix on sale, 21 Day Fix Extreme on sale, 22-minute Hardcore on sale, Size on sale, as well as, you know, the 3-day refresh. And those are all on sale for $140, and also Pio is on sale for $140. So definitely look for those programs. Actually it says here 160, I thought it was 140. But the Kickstart programs, actually it is 140. So that's a little wrong. So it's 140. And then all the Kickstart programs are on sale for 180. And so for those of you who don't know what Kickstart means, it basically means that the program, like let's say 21 Day Fix, comes with 30 days of Shakeology and also the 3-day refresh. So you get all three for 180. So it's a combination package, and that's the difference between the Kickstart programs and a regular challenge pack. A regular challenge pack is just the program with 30 days of Shakeology, and the Kickstart also has a 3-day refresh in addition to the Shakeology and the program, if that makes sense. So that's the difference between the Kickstart challenge packs and the Shakeology challenge packs. A couple quick announcements you'll hear. We have the 3-week yoga retreat, which is a new program coming out by Beachbody. This will be coming out in September, and it is going to be on Beachbody On Demand. And so this is for anyone who's a yoga beginner, especially those who have always wanted to try yoga. It's also valuable for people who are looking to complement their current fitness, become more flexible, reduce stress. And so it's going to be free if you have Beachbody On Demand. It's going to be something that they offer along in the catalog within Beachbody On Demand. And that, again, that's going to be 30 minutes or less workouts, and it's going to be a 21-day curriculum, as I like to call it, and there's going to be no equipment necessary. So that'll be on Beachbody On Demand starting in September. We have Core de Force coming out, which I know a lot of us are super excited about this program. This program will be coming out in November 1st. So just something to be thinking about, something as you're kind of talking to people and maybe hearing those no's, maybe, and just kind of, you know, just keeping them in the back of your mind. This is going to be a mixed martial arts inspired total body workout designed by Joel and Jericho, who they were involved in Les Mills Combat. So for any of you who had enjoyed Les Mills Combat or likes Les Mills Combat Live, these are the trainers that were associated with them before, and they came back to Beachbody. And so these are just, this is going to be a 30-day program. And so this is, the workouts are going to be from 30 to 45 minutes. So just something to keep in the back of your mind. I know I'm super, super excited for this program. So these were all announcements in case you didn't hear about it at, you know, over the course of the weekend at Summit. Obviously, we have Country Heat that just came out, so it's on sale for $140, like I said. And guys, don't market it as a line dancing program. It's a dance-based cardio workout program, and that's the best way to explain it. If you say, you know, line dancing, and it's, you know, it's really going to turn some people off. So if you just market it more as a cardio-based dance workout, that will, you know, that will be better kind of received. It's no hard choreography, no equipment needed. This is really great for those who like Zumba. Also those who have a lot of weight to lose. It's really great because they can modify it low impact. And so this is opening up a whole new kind of market for us as a company. Not only those who need those low impact workouts, but also those who really enjoy the country music. And honestly, a lot of the moves are more kind of like Luke says, like more hip hop inspired. And so it's like a good mix. And so you should definitely try out the sneak peek workout on Beachbody On Demand. We should all have at least one sneak peek workout on Beachbody On Demand. So definitely try that out. And that also will come with the container system. And then there's always a 30-day money back guarantee on any of our products. If anyone ever buys anything, especially for those of you who are new, that's on our Shakeology, that's on our workout programs. People have 30 days to return it, and they'll get their entire money, all their money back. And then another thing that's coming out is the Fixate cooking show. Someone just came on mute. Let's see, mute yourself. I don't know where you are. I'm hearing an echo. but the Fix It Cooking Show. So this is free to those on Beachbody On Demand. The first episode will be August 19th, and it teaches the foundations of portion fix, followed with recipes. So this is really cool. So as you guys can see, they're really doing a lot of things with Beachbody On Demand, and that is kind of where the company's going. They're really going to continue to expand on that. So just something to kind of think about as you're marketing and using and talking about Beachbody On Demand. Make sure all of you guys have logged into Beachbody On Demand. I think, especially if you're a new coach, it's a great way for you to get to know a lot of our other programs, because you can get a nice glimpse of our other programs. That way, even if you haven't done the programs, you would know, okay, this is what the PIO looks like. This is what, Insanity Max 30 looks like. This is what Body Beast looks like. You can put it on while you're cooking, watch it in the background, just so you get an idea of the flow of it and how it works. So that's something that I recommend to a lot of, especially if you're a newer coach and you haven't done a lot of our programs. And then this is something really cool. This is my last announcement before I let people talk. The health bet. So this is kind of like related to Diet Bet. Have you guys all heard of Diet Bet? I think a lot of people have heard of that. But the way it works is that, basically it's going to be for people who participate on the My Challenge tracker. And so it's going to be from September 5th to October 2nd is the time frame. And so basically the minimum requirements is that they need to log in a minimum of 5 Shakeologies, as well as workouts, and plus post a photo of your Shakeology with your tracked activity, and log a minimum of 3 workouts per week. And there's going to be a cash prize. And so this is, and I know that I think they start off with $1 million, and then it's going to be $1 million put into the pot. And then for every challenge pack sold within that time period, they're going to put $5 toward that pot, with a max of $3 million. So if you do this and you actually stay consistent, they have ways of tracking at the end of, let's say you do it from September 5th to October 2nd. At the end of October 2nd, whoever was consistent with that will get a check from Beachbody, whatever it is. It could be $10, it could be $100. I don't know. It all depends on how many people stay consistent. I think it's really interesting and really awesome that they're offering this incentive to people. And this is for anyone. This is for everyone, coaches and challengers. So definitely kind of promote this, talk about this in your groups. So I just wanted to make those quick announcements. So right now I want to go ahead and talk to those of you who went to Summit. I'm going to pick on you guys randomly, so be prepared. And though that one person who just made a scary face, I'm going to pick on you first, because you made that scary face and my face went to you. So I want you guys to leave it to two things. So and not like long drawn out, just so that we can get enough people. But definitely I want you guys to share your takeaways of what you want to share with the team, or even if it's 1 or 2 things, but no more than two things. So Jean Marie, you were the person that I saw, and so why don't you go ahead? I'm going to unmute you. So why don't you go ahead?
I have little people with me and too many notes. I think the biggest thing that I took away is the fact that, and we probably already all know it, but something that you heard from every single presenter was that you have to be yourself, and don't copy other coaches. And I think it was Amy that actually said, when you get to a certain point, just turn off all of those other coaches, like stop following them, don't look at them anymore, and see what happens, because you tend to try to align yourself with other coaches, and it actually does you no service. Second thing, we should all do it. Audit our social media. And you should be checking to see if you can see your face and your body and your images, and if you can see your story through your products, and does your vibe match your tribe, which I guess we're all going to try to do, since we're all trying to be ourselves. That's it. That's my non-teacher, get everything done.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. Where's Tony? Tony, where are you at? Because I want, in case I just saw you. Where'd you go? I don't know where she went. She must have. There.
I was having a technical difficulty, so just give me for a second to see if I can whip it out on you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Give me a second. Reese was trying to fix something for you guys.
All right, I'll come back to you.
Okay, thanks.
Stephanie Rowland, you're unmuted.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So the two takeaways that I got was a big thing was invest. You guys need to invest in yourself. You're in this business for a reason. You signed up for a reason, so you just need to invest, even if it doesn't have to do with money. You just have to believe in yourself. Like Jenna said, you just have to believe and just invest in yourself. And then another big thing that I think I got the quote right is that we don't sell health and fitness. We deliver hope to someone's life. So when people ask us that we're salespeople, no, that's not what we are. We're recommending the programs because they're working for us, but we're not selling them. So those are my two takeaways.
Awesome. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take it to Lauren. Lauren, can you go ahead and tell us your takeaways? And Lauren, by the way, is a coach. You know, this was her first summit, so super excited. Her and her husband both went. So what were your takeaways?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I learned that from those two sisters to, lean into the storm and lead with purpose, find your why, especially lead with your heart, and, just leave your mark. And then, we are helping people change their lives and rewriting their stories, just like we're, rewriting our stories and making our own journey.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Let's see who else is on here. Marianella. You're unmuted.
Oh, awesome. Hi, everyone. So my two takeaways. During the TNL conference thingy that we did, someone asked if you have ever been paralyzed by fear. And these were really top coaches talking about how they were, they came to a moment in time where they made the decision to go for this full out, and they had fear, paralyzed in fear, just like probably all of us do or did at some point when we started. I know I can definitely relate to that. And the other thing, so basically they just, push through that fear and do what they need to do to get it done. And then the other thing that I really liked was when they said that you have to qualify yourself because no one will do it for you. So just to reiterate what everybody else had said, it's that you just have to really believe in yourself. And I think for me, going to Summit, what really helped me and open up my eyes was just seeing that this is a real business opportunity, and also the level of growth that people are doing because they are investing in themselves. And they have to do the personal development because you can't change your mindset if you're not growing somehow, whether it's through like mastermind groups or reading your personal development. Like there's no way you're going to get it done. Like at some point you're just going to trump and like burn out. So invest, go to Summit. It's worth it. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Melissa Garcia. I'm going to unmute you, dear. You're unmuted.
Okay. So, definitely, fears. And I'll tell you right now that me speaking right now is one of my fears. I hate public speaking. And I think that has been like a huge, pullback for me. And also just like opening up. I've been through a lot and I've always been just kind of closed in, and I want to change it. And it's one of the reasons why I've done this is because I want to change it. So I have to stop wanting it and I have to do it. So me just talking to you guys right now, I'm just facing fears. And also it's starting with me. So, evaluating what it is that I need to do for myself to grow in my business. So, I set like some goals for myself. Me and Jess talked about it, and I'm really excited. So just definitely like being honest with yourself on what it is that you're scared of so that you can grow, and facing your fears. That's all.
Awesome. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. And congratulations on facing this one fear. So it gets easier with time, public speaking. Carolina, my dear, you're unmuted.
Hi everyone. Well, one of my takeaways, can you guys hear me? Okay. It's being positive and always being prepared for life. As they mentioned, life is always gonna happen and we just can't, we have to be prepared for it. We can be, you know, working the business and then life happens and then we give up on ourselves and we stop doing what we have to do. They've said that we need to basically prepare ourselves for when those big hard moments come by, we just don't give up and we continue working on ourselves. And the other one was that I kind of paid attention to other coaches. I paid attention to, you know, that size doesn't matter. You could work your business being overweight. We kind of sometimes, especially me, I felt like I need to show results in order for people to start believing on me. But honestly, it's basically that I'm going to be attracting people that are just like me, that have the same struggles as me. So even though that I haven't reached my weight goal, I know that I could start attracting people that are struggling just as I am. I've seen successful coaches with a lot of those, you know, stickers in the bottom, and they were overweight and they were still pushing hard, working hard and getting, you know, to their weight goal and still working hard on themselves. So those are my two takeaways.
Awesome. And I just want to reiterate that just in case I don't forget. I'm taking notes to reiterate on some of your points, but I think what Carolina says, I remember her coming up, you know, at one point throughout the summit experience, she said exactly what she just said, which was like, wow, like I realized that there's all sizes here and there are successful coaches here that are all different sizes. You know, I think at certain points or another, we, you know, especially newer coaches, we tend to think that you need to be that after picture or you need to be at your goal weight in order to make an impact or to order to inspire people. But it's realizing that it's really your story and your journey that's really going to inspire people. And like Carolina said, you're looking for people that are just like you. And so people who are just like you, they want to see, you know, people just like themselves. And so keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to push for, you know, to push for your business and to push to help people, even though you're still far away from your goals. And the other thing I want to add to that in terms of her saying, be prepared for the unexpected. You know, that was another thing tying into what she said, is that you need to be prepared for the unexpected. What a lot of coaches were saying along the way were that, okay, let's say you have a plan and you say, okay, we're going to meet on Tuesdays. And then all of a sudden you realize you made a boo-boo and your son's, you know, practice is on Tuesday nights. A lot of, you know, there are some coaches who will say like, oh, forget it, I can't do this. No, it's not that you can't do this. You have to adjust. So you say, okay, guys, I can't make it on Tuesday. Can we do it on Thursday instead? So realizing that you have to prepare yourself for the unexpected, and it doesn't mean that you can't work the business if some obstacle happens. You have to adjust your schedule to fit, you know, adjust your business to fit your schedule. That's the beauty of being your own business owner. So I just wanted to kind of reiterate that with, you know, what Carolina said. Leela, I want you to go next, my dear.
Hello. Okay, so I have a lot and I could be long-winded, so I'm gonna really focus. I think the first one was that we give up too freaking quickly. I think every single month I'm like, I can't do this, I need to quit. Like we give up so quickly. And that was something that Gary Vaynerchuk said. He was like, I've been doing an audit on your guys' social media, a lot of you coaches, and you guys just give up too quickly. Like, who are you to think that in 6 months you can run this huge business and be making a ton of money? Like, no, that's not how it works. Like, people work a long time to be successful, and we give up too quickly. And so I remember seeing a Beachbody coach one time do a post about, I just earned my Beachbody bachelor's, and saying, you know, like, it takes 4 years to learn something. Like, you know, you go to college for 4 years to learn what you're learning. And even after 4 years, you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. So who are we to think that we can come in like a year and learn the business and be making a lot of money and be doing a lot of amazing, incredible things? It takes a little while. So don't give up. Like, give yourself some time, give yourself some grace. And then I think the other key that I heard about 400,000 times from coaches was consistency. We are so good at giving up and being really quick to stop what you're doing, but being consistent is key. Hitting those vital behaviors every single day, even if you don't want to, even if you're tired, even if you have a bunch of stuff to do, be consistent, because consistency will pay off, and they're vital behaviors for a reason. So you can do them in an hour, but being consistent in them, and eventually they will pay off. So those were the two that I just kept hearing over and over and over again. I didn't talk too long.
No, awesome. Thank you. And just to piggyback off of that, I know one of our other coaches who couldn't be on, Alejandra, she said very similar, kind of taking that from Gary Vee. We had the honor of seeing Gary Vee live. He was amazing. And she said her two takeaways, it was Alejandra. She said, be patient. Like, Leela's saying, be patient. To be successful, you have to be patient if you want to be in the top 1%. That's what Gary Vee said. And so not only do we need to be patient, but we must also believe we can achieve anything we set our mind to. So that's what she wanted to say. And then number 2 is, she said she really wanted to say, to really connect with people, we need to share our story. And so that was something that she wanted us to say. We need to make sure our story has a purpose, that we are the hero of that story, and that it lifts people up. And so those were her 2 takeaways that she wanted us to share with the team, in her honor. Let's see who else is on here. Let's see. Asida, are you there?
Hello. Can you hear me? No?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Hi. In one of the training, there were many couples doing like a training for couples and husband and wife. And the common question was how to get your spouse on board. So they say, of course, it's not by force. We cannot have our spouse to join us or support us by like, you need to do this, you need to, no. So it's just by us being the product of the product, our consistency, that they see that this is working. That I love. My husband was with me, so that was a great part. The other one, it was in the mini Spanish summit. They talked about how to get rid of fear. And one of the speakers said that in order to get rid of the fear, you need to know, because you get fear of the unknown. So if you know that you have fear of speaking, you need to research, you need to know more about it. And the more you know, the less fear you have. And just practice, and that definitely will help you to overcome that portion of the fear. So that was very powerful for me.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Millie, do you mind sharing? Let's see, Millie, my lovely Millie. Hello. This was like Millie's first like real like experience with Beachbody, like bombardment.
Can you hear me?
You sound really low. We'll come back to you. Okay. Courtney Jefferson.
Oh, let me put my other thing in. Hey, team.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to try to be short, but I took away so much from Summit. I'm so pumped. 2 of the biggest things that I took away was work hard and have patience. One of the things I have, like, I kind of wrote down notes from my notes because I took a lot of notes. But one of the things that really spoke to me was that we're delivering hope to the world that needs it. And you have to do more to be more. So if you're not willing to put in the work, no one else is going to be willing to put in the work. So you have to set that example. Something that someone else said was action builds momentum and confidence. So we're all like, oh, like someone said, like, I don't feel like I know what I'm doing and this and that. But just keep working, keep trying, keep going, fail forward. And then Shailene, I like this thing when she said, we're like in our mess before our success. So it's all trial and error. You're going to find things that work and don't work. Hold on, honey. And so just keep trying. You're going to figure it out. We're all going to figure it out to see what's going to work. The other big thing too that I love the whole thing about like the healthy bet, that's going on is, with Carl saying, how do you get people to start and finish? And I feel like that relates to us too. It's like we're starting something and we need to finish it, whether it be your program that you're doing, whether it be you committing to your business and putting in those hours, setting, organizing yourself, time management, all those things that you need to be putting in the work, because you're not, going to get really far if you're not putting in the work. I'm trying to see what's in the notes here. Oh, this one I love with Melanie when she said, the swimmer that like swam from Cuba to Miami, that she couldn't do a fingernail more. And that really spoke such volumes to me that like you just have to try until you can't do anymore. Hold on. Sorry. My Corey wants to be a part of the team call. So sorry. So the other thing, so that was enough about the work. So we really got to put in the work, because I've been slacking and inconsistent and really not, putting maybe 80%, not 100%. So I'm really, after Summit, been wanting to put in my all. Say hi, what's in Hi. The other thing is patience. About that, Gary Vee, who was awesome, said that the lack of patience is the single reason why you won't be massively successful. Because we want everything. It's instant gratification. We want it now. We want it yesterday. We just, you have to be patient. You have to put in the work. You have to wait for it to manifest. All your hard work is going to pay off. Time is your number one asset. And that, I forget who it was that said it, but they said that we show what we value by the way we spend our currency of time. So, it's not only patience, but it's also knowing that your time is valuable and you have to make the time. And that's something for me that I really learned, that I really, as Corey was showing, I have to spend time, aside for business time, with no distractions. I can really focus and put in work and just wait for all of your hard work to. Sorry. Sorry. I think me being away from Summit, he's super excited for me to be home. So he's all excited. Oh my goodness, this way.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your takeaway.
Bye.
All right, Millie, let's try you one more time, my dear. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
You still sound a little far away.
Any better?
You sound better now. Go ahead, keep.
I was totally a newbie in every aspect, but I think what I really resonated to understand how I could promote myself out there is being product of the product. I really, really like that. Just, picking a product and making it you. And I kind of felt like all over the place. I was like, well, which one do I do? And until I found one that resonated with me, and I'm psyched just because of that. And the biggest thing I took away with it is consistency. You're consistent with anything in life, so it made sense when I heard it. Just being out there, consistent, on the street, on media, on everything, and you'll get there. So I'm starting, and I'm really, really, really shy with my social media, but I love to hear all the stories that even people that are extremely shy are top producers. So I'm confident that I could get there. And I love meeting everybody. It was awesome. I can't wait to be there next year.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Millie went with her sister, and so it was really awesome to see the two of them there. Let's see. I am going to take it to Elizette, Liz. So why don't you go ahead? I'm going to unmute you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So this was my first summit, and it was a great experience. So I have several takeaways, but I'm going to just mention a couple. One was leave your legacy. So we have to start working on leaving our legacy. And that one was from Tracy Morrow, I think it was, one of the founders. I loved her. Did I leave? Because it says can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So it was working on your legacy. Another one was from Sean T. He said, we have to love and believe in what we do, and trust and believe in who we are. So I totally love that. Also, the patience, lack of patience, I totally loved that part, and it's very true. It's something I lack. I don't have a lot of patience. And then, of course, being consistent. I think I heard about the vital behaviors in every meeting we had, in workshop, and from every person I spoke with. They all mentioned we had to be consistent, do our follow-ups, our vital behaviors, be the product of the product. And those were my takeaways.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. I want to give it up. Let's see. Is Tony, you ready, Tony? You're unmuted. You should be. Let's see.
Got it. Hi, guys. It's my first summit also, although people did not know that. It is my first summit. One of the first things I want to say that spoke to me out of everything that was said was Melanie Mitro saying, you know what, no matter how hard I had worked, it wasn't my time. That's happened to me so many times in my life, I can't even tell you. People tend to look at me where I am today, and they assume a lot of things, and I know we've all been through that. And so that spoke, I mean, it was like a piercing sword through my heart when she said it didn't matter that I'd worked really hard and that I qualified a week after it was over. It didn't matter. It just wasn't my time. And, you know, I think we grow from failure. We grow from the experience of working really hard. And, you know, I said out loud to a lot of people that I'm going to shoot really, really hard for elite. Whether I get it or not doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, whether it's now or later, I think it'll still propel me. It's like trampoline jumping. You still get so high that the endorphins will get you somewhere, right? So I wanted to say that that was important, because you work really hard, don't get it when you think you should, and then you think, you know, you're a failure, but it's not true. And my medical school career took a little longer than I thought it would, but I still got there, right? Josh Spencer said some stuff that was really, really awesome. He talked about reversing engineering your goals. In other words, set the goals and visualize everything every single day. Keep it in front of your face, write it down, and then work backwards. I mean, it's nice to have big goals and put them up on your vision board, but if you do not make them daily goals, how many people are you going to talk to, weekly goals, monthly goals, make things non-negotiable like Success Club, etc. If those things aren't happening in increments, obviously you're going to be overwhelmed, and you may not really know where to begin. But if you focused on your daily and weekly goals and just stuck with those as best you could, you probably could get a lot more done and not be overwhelmed while you're doing it. So I wanted to give you guys a quick video. I want to share my screen really quick. I'm finding the button. I think I found it. Here.
All right. So, two things that you got to do. Number one, since you guys couldn't come to Summit this year, that's okay. Ideally, you want to be here next year. But what you have to do, two things. Number one, go out and get the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. It's the book that absolutely changed my life. I recommend it every single event that I speak at. I recommend it to every single coach that signs up underneath me. And number two, what was number two, Luis? My training. Yes, number two, training. You need to plug into the new training that I developed. I work with the top coaches in my top team, the organization of about 17,000 people. And we work together, the top leaders, in developing this incredible training for you guys. You have to plug into it. Okay, so you go to the TNL page, the pin post at the top of the page is where I posted the new training. So just go in there, click on the link. It's an 11-day training. Go through it. You will find it so helpful. So.
Okay, so I shared that with you guys for a reason, not because Josh does some fancy magical thing that you don't know about. That's not why I shared it, because he's more qualified than I am to tell you what to do. This guy is where a lot of us would love to be. And the new training he's referring to is where you're focusing more on your avatar and focusing more on your brand. And we know about that already. I'm not saying you should go do somebody else's training. That's not it. He just wants you to realize that you're your brand all the time, and that you need to go ahead and focus on that brand from day one, instead of waiting until you figure things out. So I just wanted to let you hear from him. So I'm running around chasing all the stars of Beachbody, like, hey, tell the team stuff, because I truly, truly, truly have very little credibility compared to Josh Spencer. But I figured I'd harass him for you guys. And if he hates me, that's okay. I love you guys. Also, I harassed Kathy Reuter. I found her in the workout crowd and made her.
I found her. Look at this, guys. And this.
Hold on. I have to share my screen again. Let's see. To see what she had to say to us. Let's see.
We love her, though. She's a rock star.
I love you guys.
Now tell them some of your accolades.
Well, we're a 10-star diamond team, an elite team, top 50 team, doing awesome, team first, strong. Love them, love them, love them. We're all here right now doing our workout. You guys need to be here next year, because this has been a blessing for our family and for so many other coaches on our team. It's changed our life. It's awesome. Get here next year so you can experience this and be around the positivity and just go out there and live your best life. That's what this is all about. Find your passion, make it happen.
Amen.
Yeah, so I was down in the streets. But honestly, it was really, if you get with the team, I think that you'll start to connect the dots. I do think that a lot of us are isolated and we don't even realize that that's why we feel so tired or stressed. And if you guys get to the next event, Super Saturdays this week, if you get to the next event that we'll be at together, I think Danny Johnson's one of them, Tony Robbins, GoPro. These are all happening before the end of the year, so you don't have to focus directly on Summit. I think the other takeaway is get with people who feel like you do, who are working on themselves, who are developing themselves. And, these people were probably like, people were like, who are you again? I said, oh, I'm Stephanie's coach. But they would talk to me because I was just bold enough to walk up. And I think that energy, that excitement, and that passion will come to you and fill you up when you're tired if you go to events. So quarterly, try to get to something. And Super Saturdays on Saturday. So get there. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you. And I thank you, Tony, for getting those videos. And I just want to piggyback off of that events are super, super, super important. I mean, a lot of us, and that's actually honestly one of my new goals as a leader to you guys, is to really encourage you guys to get to events, whether they be Danny Johnson, which is every 6 weeks, definitely your Super Saturdays, and definitely Tony Robbins. It's like my mission now to get every single one of you in front of that man live, because I know that if you're going to have a successful business, and if you have your best chances are going to be when you build yourself from within. And so, because at the end of the day, what's going to stop you from having a successful business is yourself. That's all that's going to stop you, is yourself. And so I know, me being 3 years into this, talking to lots of people, we all know that we can give you the exact steps, but if you will not, execute them with consistency and confidence and belief, you won't get the results you want. And so this is my 10,000th plug, and I will make many, 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 many more to get to live events, get surrounded by people who have that energy of wanting more. Guys, understand that most people are just living. Most people are just going to work, clocking in, clocking out, going in, living this cycle. And so that's not the type of energy you need to be around if you want to break past that, right? If you want to, elevate your life to the next level, if you want to take your family to the next level, if you want to take your finances to the next level, guess what? That means you're going to have to break away from people around you now who are not doing the same things that you're doing. So and that means you're going to be surrounding yourself with new people that are going to continue to motivate you and get you excited about what you're doing. So next event I'm going to is Danny Johnson it's at the end of this month. And so the next one will be 6 weeks from now. She goes around the country. So we'll definitely announce that. Those tickets are usually like $300 for a 2-day event. And then next Tony Robbins is in November. He does 3 of those events a year. And if you haven't watched the Netflix I'm Not Your Guru by Tony Robbins, if you have not watched that, you need to watch it. It's, especially if you have Netflix, definitely watch it and, make sure that you get a chance to see it. And I hope to see some of you guys at some live events, especially your Super Saturday. So next person I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to have speak, let's see, Blair Valley. Well, why don't you go ahead, dear, and let us know what your takeaways were. You're unmuted.
All right. Well, this was my first Super Saturday. It was also the first time I actually flew across, I flew by myself, but a lot of you were with me. But it was my first event. It was a first for everything for me. But it really got me thinking about how I'm supposed to be here and the tools that I was able to gather from all these great coaches, and even the coaches that were just walking around. I would say, "Oh, where are you from?" And then, "How long have you been a coach?" And then at the end, I'd say, "Oh, and by the way, what's your favorite personal development book?" Because personal development is one of the four vital behaviors. So if I can get more in my library of personal development, that to me was the most, and all the trainings were a huge amount of personal development and really made me think about me as a coach and what I need to do to get better at this business.
I think, awesome. Thank you, Blair. I think she highlights a very important thing, which is personal development, guys. I think all of us know that it's the vital, it's part of our vital behaviors, but honestly, I think it's the gold of our business. I say that a lot in a lot of calls in different ways, because just like with events, if you're not building yourself, you have to be doing personal development every single day. And I say this with 100%, confidence. No one is above personal development. No one. I don't, and so don't let pride, don't let ego get the best of you. No one is above personal development because we all have our own limiting beliefs. We all have things that hold us back. We all need to keep rejuvenating ourselves from the inside. And we do that with personal development. So definitely, I know that was said across the board. And I think it's one of the main things that is the gold of our business. And I also think personal development with our challengers is something to consider as well. I don't know if you guys heard me, but I said personal development with your challengers is also something to consider as well. I think that's a great way to potentially bring out coaches within your challengers that are not coaches yet, because a lot of coaches come in with limiting beliefs and they need to work on themselves first before they can be primed to be able to run a successful business. And so just really highlighting, the need for personal development. Anna Luce, I see you're on, so I'm gonna have you go next.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Oh my goodness. All right. So I'm with my family, so I didn't think I was going to get on the call, but I'm listening from the car. So, I took away a lot of information, but one thing that's like buried, it's something that Shanti said, which is like, put it on TV. I don't know if anyone has said that during this call, but the fact that he said, if you can't replay it and put it on TV, you shouldn't be doing it. It's almost like, I don't know if whatever I'm putting on my eating, I need to be able to do what I'm saying, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm really bad at, like replaying, saying what I mean. I'm really a bad speaker that way, but that's something that keeps repeating in my brain. And I love that. And now when I'm that kind of person that if I can't take a picture of a photo and post it, that keeps me accountable. And just something that he said that just resonates in me. So you know, I right now, like, I wasn't expecting to chat with you guys, but I would have had something more prepared. But that's something that's just is still with me. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where is she? Ashley. You're unmuted, dear.
Oh, hey guys. So Summit was amazing. I had a great time. I love meeting all of you, like I posted about. My biggest takeaways are find yourself in all the madness. We're following all these Beachbody coaches and we're trying to be, I know for especially one of my coaches that was on my team, she felt like she was trying to be somebody she's not, because she was following the top coaches. And you just need to find yourself. Amy Silverman talked about, and Bonnie Engel, they had us made a list, and I have a screenshot of it, and I'll put it in the team group. But it just talks about, and I posted that training too, but you just make a list. What makes you normal? What's awesome about you? What makes you special? What makes you unique? And you just make a list, and you just do kind of a brain dump of who you are. You want to find out who you are because those are the people that you're talking to. Those are the people that you're attracting. And then when you can't think of things to post about, always go back to the 4 vital behaviors, but then work at that list. Like you can post about your dogs, you can post about how much you love coffee. I know personally for me, I really sat and thought about my brand and I've been thinking about it a lot. I want some coffee drinking, sushi loving, eating, makeup wearing, tattoo sporting, awesome ladies on my team who their passion is helping other people. They're going to pour into other people. And I know for me, that's what I love to do when I find the people that want me to do that for them. So just finding yourself, because when you can find yourself and you know who you are, your business is going to fall into place because you're talking to the right people instead of a general thing. And then Amy also said, quitting is not an option. We're here. We're supposed to be here. You signed up as a coach for a reason. So let's have fun. If you're trying to be somebody you're not, then and you're not having fun at this, then obviously you're going to want to quit. If it's not fun for you, then you need to really think about why you're here. And if it's fun, if you find pleasure in serving and helping other people and pouring into people and having them text you with their awesome transformations or their results, or just being like, hey, I was really struggling today, but I decided that I wasn't going to go and eat that pizza, that I was going to actually push play on my workout, then, that's a win. That's a win for you because you helped them get that way. You recommended PD, you poured into them, you talked to them for, an hour, and you're like, hey, put that pizza down. Let's talk about why you're feeling that way, things like that. As a coach, we should be doing that. And then I think that's it. I'll make it short because I can talk forever.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see who's left that needs to speak. Lenny, are you?
Yes?
I hear you.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Well, as a returning coach, I was chatting with, I was not sure if I was going to make it to the call. Actually, I was on the phone, but I had to hang up because it was choppy, and I was able to make it through the computer. And it's very interesting what I have to share because I started sharing it with Stephanie yesterday during lunch. And one of my major takeaways is that when Ali Upham had a slide sharing once again the mission and vision of Beachbody, and I don't recall if it was that she said something or if it was that I stayed staring at the mission and vision, or maybe a combination of both. But rereading and reflecting on the mission and vision of Beachbody brought another perspective in how powerful we can be to change people's lives. For example, we are highly focused on the fitness, right? How the fitness can change somebody because they're going to feel better, yada, yada. But in my case, right, my aha with the mission and vision statement is the first part of that mission statement, where it says that we are here to help people achieve their goals. When you think about it, at least myself, I was like, but what goals? Really what we're helping them is fitness goals, right? Mainly. So that kept on pondering on my mind, reflecting on my mind, and I'm like, oh, yes, we can help them in all the goals. I mean, like all the goals. To give you an example, if you start having a conversation with one of your prospects, and out of the nowhere you ask them, what are your goals? Not fitness, right? Not fitness, just a normal conversation. You say, what are your goals in life? And that person all of a sudden tells you, you know what, I would love to pay my mortgage in 15 years, not be 30 years paying my mortgage, or I would love to travel to Europe for 1 month, normal things that people have as goals. We can be the solution to their goals if we know how to articulate or share a story of how we can help them fulfill their goals. And we're not talking about fitness here, okay? We're talking about the first part of the mission statement of Beachbody, okay? Any goal that a human being proposes or shares with you, we can help them achieve those goals if we are able to articulate the how. And that for me was like, this is powerful. I don't know if Carl, when he designed that vision and mission statement, he had what I'm thinking in mind. I don't know, but that came to me. And I was sharing it with Stephanie yesterday, and Stephanie was like, well, that's a lot of storytelling, because that's how you can get to the heart of people. But it is powerful because we have the two of the best worlds. We're able to accommodate anything that they want in life to achieve their goals with our system, plus in addition with the fitness journey. Because all in all, for example, a person that has depression or suffers from anxiety, we know from our experiences and from other experiences that fueling their body, doing the fitness and receiving the support from the community is the solution to that part of their health. Okay, but the other part, we are the solution for them, for helping them achieve any goal that they propose themselves in life. So, that slide from Ali Upham just created a big stir and a different view for myself with Beachbody's vision. And the second greatest takeaway was patience. Patience. And I think Melanie Mitra was the one that pondered on that a lot. As a returning coach, I'm already in a year and a half in the business. And my expectations at this point was to be diamond. Of course, a year and a half. Come on, Lenny. You're a returning coach. But it hasn't happened. So it's a lot of patience that I have to work with myself, knowing that I'm doing all the vital behaviors. I'm doing everything that it takes to get there. When will it happen? I don't know. But that patience word was given, left and right from not only Melanie Mitchell, from other coaches. So I need to work on that. So those were my two major takeaways.
Thank you so much, Lenny. Thank you. Let's see. I think, Mom, do you want to say anything? Let's see if you want to try. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Well, I had an amazing time. I'm exhausted after this couple of days. I guess my two takeaway from the summit, and this is my second time, was that is being transparent, which I also have a hard time with that, is sharing as much as I can about myself and just being more transparent. And the importance of having a success partner and kind of doing. One of the things I took away from that talk was when you have a success partner, it's important that you kind of do the same things, do the same personal development. If you're reading a certain book, both of you read the same book, do the same workout, because you're kind of like married together, and it's important to have a success partner in coaching. So, but I took a lot. I also enjoyed meeting everyone and actually seeing everyone one-on-one. So that's about it.
Awesome. Thank you. And I want to piggyback off of what she said, which is absolutely about success partners. Super important for you guys to find success partners, and realizing that it may, you may grab someone and may work with someone and it may not work out, and that's okay. It's really a partnership. And so really realizing that it's really important that you find someone that has your same drive, matches your drive. And so if you want certain qualities in a success partner, then you have to be those qualities as well. Do not go into a partnership and suck the life out of your partner and not give back to them. Do not go into someone and want consistency and want determination and want someone who's going to push you and be determined and show up every single day and post and do this, and you're not ready to do those things, because then you're not ready to be a partner to somebody. And so it really, you have to take it seriously if you're going to be reaching out to someone to be their partner. Be the partner that you want, and really push each other and hold each other accountable. And just, you know, and sometimes it'll be someone within our team. It may be someone in another team. So when you say, and if you want success partners, one thing I would definitely let you know is if you're going to post about it in the page or any page, put a little bio about yourself. Let us know a little bit about you. Are you a mom? Do you have 3 kids? Do you have like a full-time job and you are like working? It wasn't about you, Jean Marie, but are you a mom and has been working 3 times and have 3 kids and you want to, you know, and you only have an hour a day to work? Tell us a little bit about you. And then that way someone can then reach out and say, oh, that sounds a lot like me. Maybe we can really connect. Maybe we can work around each other. So just something to kind of think about. Luke, you're next, and then I'll finish up.
Oh, snap. Hi, camera time. Hi, how's everyone doing? Can everybody hear me? Good. So good to see all of you. First and foremost, I just want to say it's my 3rd summit, and I had a wonderful time. And first,
can I just say that this is like it's reached that point in our summit experience where, and this is actually a good thing, where I literally walk in to a place and everyone's like, hey, Stephanie, where's Luke? And I'm like,
stop,
all right.
Stop. No, stop. We all know who the star is. She's over there. That's it. First things first, I just want to say I had a wonderful time meeting all the men. It's actually been wonderful to have more than one guy this time around. So shout out to Dave Massengale, Asida's husband, Francisco, Mandy's husband. Shout out to Reese. I had a wonderful time talking with Reese. It was awesome. That's my guy. I like the fact that shout out to my man right here. I appreciate you. It was awesome. Also, I hope I get a chance to meet all of you and hug you and tell you how much I love you all and take pictures. And if I didn't, shame on me. Next time it will happen again, I promise you. So many takeaways happened, but I think one of the highlights for me was when the sisters actually opened the show. So Christina Delgado and Becky Brosset, when they said that sometimes in this business, it's very easy to go into a routine and it sucks the fun out of what we're trying to do. And they use the analogy of the lemon stand. And I think that sometimes with what we do, we need to go back to that. We need to go back to make what we do fun again. Because I think that when we go back to bringing the fun back to what we do, it will actually make us want to be creative. It will make us want to be creative again and maybe just try new things and not be scared to just try something and see if it sticks or if it works out. But just have fun with what we're doing. And on a personal note, being able to, my second highlight, which is on a personal note, is watching Stephanie being recognized for all the accomplishment that she has done, reminded me of the training that I did with Miguel Carrasco, talking about owning your success. And that's something that personally I don't do enough of. You can probably view me as someone outgoing, but I'm very good at if someone says something to me, I say, no, it's all her. Like people would tell me, oh, Luke, you've done this. I would say, no, that was all Stephanie. I'm very bad at owning my success. And I think one thing that I want to work on, and I want to invite you to join me into doing this, is owning your success. And your success can be something very small. It can be eating clean for a week or 2. It can be doing your workout all the way till the end. And I think that once we are able to own our success, it allows us to use that as a stepping stone and build upon that. Now we go from doing something for a week, now it goes for 2 weeks, then you go for 3 weeks and 4 weeks until the program is done. And don't be afraid to talk about that and share that with others, because I think a lot of times we do certain things and we suck the fun out of the things that we do, or worse, we wait for something big to happen before we can talk about it. And in the end, we end up not talking about nothing. And that's what is holding us back. So those are the things that had really spoken to me this entire summit. That's it.
Awesome. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap it up with my final thoughts. But thank you everyone for sharing, and for sharing your thoughts, and for oh wait, she has two better takes. So Jean Marie, go ahead, Jean Marie. You're unmuted.
It's strange that my better takes were from the spouse panel, since not married anymore. But what they said was, talk to your children and share your vision, aka why this guy's sitting next to me today. Because we had a big long talk on the way home yesterday, and I said, Mommy's gonna do this, and I actually spoke to the ex-husband about it too. I said, Mommy's gonna do this. I said, if I can get $1,000 3 months in a row, he gets a hoverboard. So now he has incentive to make Mommy work. Mommy, how many coaches do you have? Are you gonna get one more? How many people did you talk to today? I've heard it all day. I said, I'm going on a team call. He planted his butt right here. So talk to your children. I really think it'll work. And then it also said to be where you are. So that was one of the downfalls that I had when I was married. It was that I would be the one that would be at a soccer game or something and be on my phone, not watching what was happening. And it makes a big difference. And it's not even just events. It's like, if you're at the dinner table, be at the dinner table. Set aside that time so that you can work, because it is hard. Like, I've been there, done that. And even like being married, it was hard. Being divorced and still having children around, it's hard. So even with your friends, like when it's time, just take that time and be where you are. And then you can dedicate all the other time in the world to beach buddy things. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I was actually about to talk about that, Tony. So Tara Carr in one of the trainings talked a lot about balance, and I hope we can get I wonder if they recorded that, because that was actually really good. Her part of it was really, that whole training was actually really good. But she talked, and this is important for all of us, balance and balance in our life with our children, so that you guys do not feel guilty, when you are working with your kids, and the idea is that it's going to take some discipline. It's going to take lots of discipline and really organization to say, okay, I'm going to work my business from X amount of time to X amount of time. That way, when I come home, or that way when it's this time to this time, I am with my children, I'm with my family, 100%. And so Tara has a box. She talked about the family box, and they decorated it with her kids. And the idea is that in the family box, her kids know that her laptop goes in there, her phone goes in there, so that when it's family time, she puts away all her stuff into that box. And then now it's Mommy and I'm here with my family. But it's also realizing that, I like what Jean Marie says, is just like, you have to talk with your family, even your kids. I remember one of the coaches, not doing the summit, but she said when she was pushing for 15-star, she told her family and her kids every day were like, how many coaches did you talk to? How many people did you talk to? Really including them so that they know that you're working hard and that you're working hard for them. And so definitely, guys, at the end of the day, this is your business. You can work it as however you want. But the key is that you have to have that discipline in that organization, especially those of you who are moms, and and those of you who have we all have really important people in our life, and so you have to make time for them, and also just be present with them so that you don't feel that guilt when you are working your business. Another thing that I wanted to, so just kind of my takeaways, really something that hit home to me was something that Amy Silverman said when they asked her, Amy, how do you stay so, she said, a lot of my successful friends who have been really successful coaches, they always ask me, how do I stay in the top 10? How do I stay motivated? How do I stay, always recruiting? And she said that her focus is always excelling at the 4 vital behaviors. And I know that we talk about this over and over and over again. But guys, this business really is that simple, of the 4 vital behaviors. And really, when she says, when people come to me and ask me, can you mentor me? The first thing she asked them is, how are you doing with your 4 vital behaviors? How are you doing with your fitness? Are you excelling at your fitness? Are you excelling at your fitness? And that goes into my second point, which is, honestly, guys, fitness has to be first in this business, in a sense. If you're not being proof that the product works, if you're not getting your workouts, you're not going to feel good about yourself. You're going to, if you're gaining weight and you're feeling sluggish, that's not the mindset to be building a business, especially this type of business. So a lot of us, we're all guilty of it, that when we're working this business, our fitness goes to the side, and it cannot be that way. You must always put fitness first, so that that gives you posts to talk about. You feel amazing. You feel excited about the programs because shoot, you just got you just lost 10 pounds, or your tummy is super flat, or maybe you're stronger. And a lot of times, it's about strength. It's about building your strength. And so I know Chelsea Pearson, who I definitely value as a leader, she says that's the mantra of her team this year is fitness first, #fitness first. And it's really that whole idea, because it takes away, if you're not putting your fitness first and you're not seeing results and you're not committing to yourself, and that's, those are ways to reduce stress. We all know that. And most importantly, it's just ways for you to continue to believe in what you have to offer. So fitness first was definitely something that I took away, and along with excelling at your 4 vital behaviors, and so it's personal development, it's your fitness, it's inviting people, those are all part of your 4 vital behaviors. Are you excelling at them? And so that's my own personal commitment to myself. That's why I'm recommitting to T25, my initial program. It's why I'm recommitting to my nutrition, and sharing it on social media, because I know that's what helped me in the beginning. I got excited. People love to love to follow the journey. So definitely make sure that all of you are committing to your fitness first. The second thing that I took away was to turn your mess into a message. Okay. All of us have messes in our life. All of us have had messes in our past. We have messes currently that we're going through. Put it in, share it as a message on social media out there, because all the things that have happened to you in the past, you can use that to serve others. You can use it to, really inspire others and motivate others. But if they don't know that about you, they're not going to be attracted to you. They're not going to be able to find you. So realize that what I love about this business, and someone spoke about avatars, is that this is attraction. This business is about attracting people just like you. Well, guess what? If you don't share all of you, then you're not going to attract people just like you. And so just kind of always keep that in mind. That's why we have such an incredibly diverse team, and our team is going to continue to grow and be incredibly diverse. And I love that. I mean, we have people on here of all different types of professions and ages and backgrounds and struggles. And it's going to be, our reach to the type of people is only going to continue to get larger and bigger. So definitely turning your messes into a message. And then the last thing I want to say, guys, is really you have to be yourself, really being authentic, sharing yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people. There's reasons why when you try to copy an exact message from another coach that you don't get the same type of interaction from that, because it's not you. You're trying to copy someone else. You're trying to, take their words. So be yourself, be authentic, because you are enough. You really, really are enough. Your life, you think that your everyday life is not exciting. Guess what? Most people are living probably lives just like you. So that makes you relatable. That makes you, to what everyone else is doing. So don't feel like, you have to be yourself. You have to share yourself. That is, what I took away a lot, from this summit. This was my 3rd summit. So I think that was kind of, my biggest takeaways. And then also be resourceful, guys. You have a lot of things at your fingertips, more than what people had back in the day when they first started this business. When they first started this business, they had message boards. That's it. They had message boards. They didn't have Shakeology. They didn't have challenge packs. They didn't have trainings. You guys have a lot. And so making sure that you're being resourceful and you're looking up things and you're using the trainings that are provided, that you're using Google. I heard that a lot throughout the training. What do you look for? Who do you go talk to? You go talk to Google, LE, sorry. Go talk to Google or YouTube. If you ever have a question, so many great leaders have fantastic training videos on YouTube. All you have to do is Google Beachbody and whatever you're looking for, and it's on YouTube. And so be resourceful. That's super important, because this is your business, right? And so it's not that we're, as leaders, we're all our own leaders. So remember that, because I think that's important as you guys start bringing on people and expanding your teams, realize that the training is there and that you're not expected to motivate anyone. You're not expected to be their motivation. You cannot put that responsibility on yourself. The same way that if someone fails, it's not my fault. The same way that if someone succeeds, it's not my fault. It's not, it's not because of me. It's because of their own drive, their own choices, their own decisions. It's all on them. All of the resources are there. They are there. And it's left to the person to seek them out, to try to fail forward. You have to be willing to fail forward. I think that was another thing they talked a lot about. Talked a lot about everything. But that was another thing they talked about, is the idea of failure. I think the road to success is paved with failure after failure after failure. And it's okay. Those are ways to kind of say, okay, what can I do better? How can I improve? Always be asking yourself that. So being resourceful is super important. Using our training site, asking each other questions. That was another thing that the last thing I promise, I know I can ramble forever. That was another thing that I took away, was just really utilizing our team community and our team page. And I'm saying this now because I have 37 of you on here. There's a reason why I want you guys to ask questions on the team page. It's not because I don't know the answer. It's not because it's not easy. It's just that I'm teaching you to do the same with your downline, so that when you are bringing people on, it's going to be better for all of us, for everyone to learn from each other and to ask on the team page questions, concerns, anything, ask on the team page. And one thing that I took away from Tara Carr and Chelsea Pearson's, which was a fantastic training on challenge groups. All the trainings will be available in the back office in the next upcoming weeks. Usually it takes about 6 to 8 weeks to become available, but they'll be available. And that training was fantastic on challenge groups. And she just spoke about how when people ask questions, to her and they message her, because remember, you have to also protect your time. I want you guys to protect your time so that people are not bombarding you, especially any of you who suffer from anxiety. Trust me, you want to listen to this. You need to protect your time. You need to put people to, send people to the group pages to ask their questions, because the last thing you want to do is wake up to 50 million messages on your phone, and it's going to drive you crazy. You're going to feel, that gave me anxiety. And that's the reason why I have people ask questions on the team page. And so one thing that she said was that whenever any coach asks her a question, she just says, great, that's a great question. Can you please ask in the team page so that everybody can learn? And something that I'm going to start doing, even with challengers, she does the same thing. And I don't do that with challengers. And I think it's a great idea to, like, when a challenger comes and asks, hey, do you have a vegan meal plan? That's a great question. Why don't you go ahead and ask in the group page so that I can go ahead and share the link and everyone can ask? Or if they want to share their success, same thing. That's so amazing. Can you please share in the group page so that we can all celebrate you? Doesn't that sound amazing? A way to say it, like, let's all celebrate you. Post it in the team page, post it in the challenge group. And she said, after a while, people will get the hint in the two or three times that you want them to post in the team page. And so really, there's a reason for that. And it's because, it can get a lot when you have a lot of people asking you questions, and it just gets easier. So if I can have all of you guys with your help in, telling your coaches and just really encouraging that, in our downline, it'll serve all of us, because everyone will get their questions answered. And if you see questions that need to be answered, definitely answer them. I'm always looking through the questions, and Luke's always looking through the questions. So we're there looking through the questions, but also if you know the answers, answer them. So, all right. Well, that was awesome. That was, almost 2 hours, or a little, an hour and a half. So that was really awesome. I want to thank you guys so much for staying on with us. I'm really, really excited for our team. I'm really excited for all of you who went to Summit. I'm excited for, the guys that are coming on. You don't know how excited I'm about, but the guys coming on. Like, I really want more guys on our team. I think, we really have an awesome group of men already on our team.
Yep.
And I know that all of you guys have really awesome men in your life. And what I said in the page, with the picture that I posted yesterday, if you have an unsupportive spouse, don't worry. They'll come around. Do not try to force this on them.
Let me talk to him.
Don't let them don't try to force this on them. Just do you. Really, just do you. Just show them, Tony has something to say. But just do you, and they will, as you become more successful, they'll come along. They really, really genuinely will. That's another area to have patience. Tony, go ahead.
Hey, Reese just happened to be walking by again, and I was like, come, come, come. I was doing challenge groups and all kind of stuff before I was ever a Beachbody coach, and Reese was doing his own thing. And I just want to encourage you guys that, I mean, people see us together now. Something clicked one day. I swear to goodness, how long have I been doing this stuff? Like 2 years? And then something clicked one day. But I left him to do his own thing, you know? I never tried to tell him what to do. I just kept doing my own meal prep. And one day he said, can you prep for 2? And so I think that's part of it. As bossy as I can be, I ain't crazy. I didn't try to tell the man what to do, what to eat, and how to work out. He's got muscles bigger than mine. But at the end of the day, he works out at home. He loves all his stuff, his shakes and everything else, and he's getting the results, and he feels better than ever, looks better than ever, looks younger than ever. So I just think that that's a testimony, because people see us today and they're like, oh, you guys have been doing it. We weren't doing it together the whole time. Storm Hayes just finishing hammer and chisel, and that's one of the reasons he's looking great. But he got his results when he decided to click in with that nutrition, and all of that took time, and it's fine. Because it's a lifestyle change and you want it to stick. Put those guns away. Is that a body beast over there? Put those away. Luke. You don't see Luke behind you, Stephanie. Huh? But I just want to encourage people who are not on the same page with their significant other. It doesn't have to be right away. You just keep trucking along and make it clear that this is important to you and have protected time for your loved ones. And I think eventually they'll realize this is for all of us.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to all of you guys, Michael's not on here, but I know Michael would say the same thing. Michael Hutchins, who's Mandy's husband, you know, he was someone, and I know the two of them with their relationship, you know, at first they tried to work out together. They didn't work out because his heart wasn't in it. You know, he wasn't in it, and it just led to kind of tension and whatnot. So it's just overall better you let them be on their own. Like Luke and I don't work out together, you know, because we just have different schedules. And so, you know, and so just, you know, just really, you just like distracting me. But just, you know, I just really want to encourage you guys who do have significant others that, you know, just include them, talk to them, just say, you know, when you get a challenge pack, say, yeah, I got a challenge pack sold, like super excited. You know, they do want to be included. It's just that they don't understand, you know, they may not understand completely yet. And, you know, just definitely invite them to events, because we really do have an awesome, awesome team. Mm-hmm. And our team is really awesome, and the guys are awesome. And so just want to encourage you guys to also invite your significant others to come along the journey with us. That's about it. All right, guys. Well, next week we have a guest speaker next week, so super excited. And let's make it a rockin' month. And I hope that you guys all have a great week. All righty, guys. Bye.